network has not been friendly, but at the same time, hope they will carry our matter, they go on. So wherever on a day, make on a good morning, afternoon, and evening, and make on a like and thumbs up the page as we continue to go. Let's take a look at what Jackson has to tweet today about this very issue of what transpired at the U.S. courts. He said, U.S. judge has not stopped release of Bola Tinubu's FBI files. Judge Beryl Howell of the U.S. District Court, District of Columbia, has not stopped FBI and 5 other agencies release Bola Tinubu's criminal files. What she declined was an emergency motion requesting for the files to be released before the initial October 30th scheduled release date. Aaron Greenspan of Plain Sight, an ally of David Hundeyin, had wanted to beat the Nigerian Supreme Court, who are bent on rushing a judgment to affirm Tinubu despite his forgery of a Chicago State University certificate, by filing an emergency motion for release of the FBI files before October 30th. But Judge Howell denied the emergency motion, saying granting it will allow Greenspan jump the line ahead of other similar time-sensitive requests. So the FBI files release date remains October 30th. No going back to that. It's October 30th, and they said before October 30th. So there's a reasonable probability that even before the 30th, which is actually next week, we must get these criminal records. But we also know that Tinubu has already filed as an intervener. He has joined the matter that does not concern him. Really, this matter, they have said it in different media spaces in Nigeria and outside Nigeria that the Tinubu's files is really, we are out, or rather that David Hundeyin is out on a fishing expedition. We say that even if he's on a fishing expedition, that we'll be interested to see the kind of big fish that we are going to catch. Maybe a croaker fish, or we are going to catch a big catfish. Now let's take a response from the people who are responding to this Jackson O'Day's tweet. They said, the other one said, the APC media aid propaganda machinery has been spinning it as if Tinubu won a gold medal in an Olympic. That is what has been going on. They have employed a lot of machinery in the media space now that is even going beyond what we imagine, propagating the fact, a non-fact that Tinubu is. Recall, these same people said that Tinubu is not going to join any issue with people, is not going to join any issues with FBI, and that what FBI is talking about releasing is really nothing. If it is nothing, if there is nothing incriminating and indicting, why is he fighting to say, hey, hold on with this? Why is he fighting to get it? Let's take another response from one of the people who responded to the tweet. He said, APC paid media houses to deceive the masses. Well, he says, 30th of October 2023, we feast with the emojis. Then we have this one from Chukwu Simon, who says that, what does Tinubu stand this far? We the citizens are still sleeping while Tinubu is using us to play politics. When we are ready before the judgment day, we should protest and hit the streets. Then we will take back our country rather than just this kind of things that are happening. Then we have another one whose name is Fash. He says, thanks for clarifying. When I saw the Gazette NGR post, I doubted the post. So all these ones are reactions from the people where we say, then they see what they go on. But again, we know that Aaron Greenspan and David Hundeyin has reacted swiftly to his motion that he's intervening, asking the court to join him on this very matter as a distinct. So this is, we have the one, this one is defendant response. This one is the defendants, meaning the FBI, the CIA, the DEA. This is their response. I need you to hold it there right now. Please hold this so that our audience will understand what they said. The FBI's motion, their reaction to Tinubu's motion, I need you to hear this. They said, on behalf of the defendants, recall that the defendants are about 7 of them. Now, the undersigned counsel does not take a position to whether the court should grant Bola Tinubu's motion to intervene. Let me repeat. On behalf of the state, of the defendants, which is on behalf of the FBI, on behalf of the DEA, on behalf of IRS, on behalf of the CIA, he said they do not take a position to whether the court should grant Bola Tinubu's motion to intervene or not. They are not interested. Whether the court does not want to grant them, they are going to release the documents. They said it is entirely up to the court. So this is what it tells you about independent people who are independent. They don't want to join issues. They are not like INEC in Nigeria that went to Supreme Court yesterday and told Supreme Court that the issues that were in Chicago State University, INEC should have been joined to that very matter in Chicago, and said all sorts of supporting Tinubu. INEC is an independent entity that should not join issues, just like the United States agencies. They're saying they don't join issues at all. And Angel, coming to them not joining issue, it signifies something. They had this information and they want to share this information with the people who had requested for it. Exactly. Tinubu had not requested for this information. Exactly. And when you go to to Tinubu's motion, you will find out that they are asking for 30 days for him to go through and check his privacy rights before releasing it. What I understand from that very motion, one, Tinubu never asked for this very information. That is the thing I wanted to talk. Greenspan and David Hundeyin are interested in unveiling the criminal activities that took place in 1993, in the early 90s. Do you understand? They want to show the world the person who is now a sitting president, according by the INEC, you understand me? Yes. Who is now going to be, in quote, put in play by the Supreme Court. I don't know the word to use for that. You understand me? But I'm trying to explain that the Supreme Court, but if they affirm Tinubu, they want to show the world that they have affirmed a criminal. Exactly. A certificate for that, because it's there in their front. It's there with the INEC. Because I'm always marveled. One, Tinubu wants the court to stay and wait for 30 days so that he will go through the document you did not even required from FBI in the first place. You didn't request for these files. David Hundeyin did. And now you said you want to go through it first before releasing it. You don't want it before. Okay. You didn't even acknowledge that there is something like that with the FBI. Exactly. He didn't even acknowledge. Even his supporters said those things are false. That David Hundeyin is lying to himself, is lying to the Nigerians. Yeah, that is a fishing explanation. Exactly, yes. But now he wants to go through them. Yes. Even the Justice Inang, I'm even surprised for him asking that. Did Tinubu submit letter? Tinubu submitted fake certificate, and that state fake certificate, Chicago State University have affirmed that they don't know anything. Even as that INEC certificate, they don't know about it. Yeah, let me even take you further on this, Angel. You see, even if they are talking about if Iyang Okoro, the justice who is the chairman of the panel at the Supreme Court, assuming he came out to say he has 2 different certificates. Exactly. And he was asking which of the certificates are authentic. I will say he's direct on point. I can understand where he's coming from.
Yes.
It means he has looked at the certificate that is with INEC and is simply asking them, which one do I take? Do I take the one that is with INEC, or should I take the one that is from CSU? You understand me? Then the argument will be centered on which one is authentic, which one did that school deal with.
Yes.
So why I say that they have started going on towing the line of technicality is because they have started going outside of what Atiku brought before them. Atiku is no longer talking about whether it's a male or female. I mean, our constitution empowers a female or a male to be the president. That is not the issue.
Yes.
And Atiku is no longer contending whether whether Atiku went to that school. Maybe what part of his argument. But the point, that is an argument. But that does not, whether he attended Chicago State or not, is not what is constitutional issues. Because even the Supreme Court says that it's a grave constitutional matters that got to them. In other words, they should be dealing with the issues that are there. And then talking about a reasonable cost. Yes. You understand me? Those things are when it comes to criminal, when we have decided, when he has been found guilty. Exactly. It's more like find him guilty, disqualify him, then let's talk about the consequences. Do you get my point? Exactly. So, but let's even look at that very intravenous motion that is actually making the Agbados excited. Do you understand me? Because we don't see anything done. The court has not even, now that the court has not even set a date before it, the records, the criminal records we are talking about will even come out before they even listen to it. Except he himself, we have to put an emergency motion. Let him put emergency. So this is the motion that is brought before the court, motion to intervene. He said, Bola A. Tinubu moves pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 24 to intervene in this action because plaintiff seeks production of Mr. Tinubu's confidential tax records. Abeg, Angel, na tax records now we dey ask for. I no know wetin. I wan make our people dey see this. Make we keep this thing here, make them dey see. Na tax record they be doing them the talk since. For where? Na tax record Aaron Greenspan dey talk since. For where? Wetin we wan take in tax record do? I wonder. Even the affidavit where Kevin Mose do, he talk say they no pay tax record since 1987. Yes. Then talk all those things there, you understand? But that one not be our issue. We dey talk about the criminal record. When they do with Greg Akande, Moise Akande, wetin be name, plenty all of them when they carry white heroin from Nigeria. Yes. Now the thing where we dey talk, not be all this one. But make I continue. He say, which the Internal Revenue Service is prohibited from disclosing by federal law, and documents from federal law enforcement agencies that fall within the Privacy Act of Exceptions to Freedom of Information Act and should not be disclosed. Now, as we go further into this, Angel, you find out that even the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, through the waiting, then they call that unsigned memo where they put for David Hundeyin and Aaron Greenspan. Then talk say since 20 years ago, they don't destroy all their documents where concern tax issues, you understand, and all that. So maybe that won't be our issue. No, be the tax respond. I won't make the judge Howell really understand this first paragraph where they talk, because the thing where they talk now, not be IRS information. Now we they talk. We they talk about the criminal record, how white heroin was sold, how it was transported, who brought what, are they allies, what participation, you understand me? Money laundering. Those are the things that we want to see. That is FBI response. And again, FBI once informed us that in 2011, that Bola A. Tinubu, that was once a former governor of Lagos State, never attended CS. We want to see those documents. Those are the things. But let's continue with what we are going through here. He said, the Mr. Tinubu should be allowed to intervene because he has a direct interest in the records sought. His interests are not fully represented or protected by defendants, and his interests will be adversely affected if he is not permitted to intervene. When I don't hear them, then talk before saying a propaganda will they do. Say that document what would they expect from ABI? Say na media propaganda. Yeah, exactly. Say nothing like that. They happen. Like now they don't they run kitty kata to go to say make them go stop them. Say in get interest for inside. Now the same interest in get for that side. For CSU that time, when he talk irreparable damage. Now another one, this one he said will be severely and be adversely, now the grammar where they use here, adversely affected if he's not permitted to intervene. Okay, we go wait, make we know whether the court going permit them. Say, Plaintiff Greenspan has indicated that he will oppose this motion. Mr. Tinubu's counsel reached out to the government on October 21st, that is 2 days ago, seeking the government's position. The government asked for additional information and responded that it will give its position by evening of the October 23rd, and that is that first one we talk. Yes. Their position is that they are not interested on who joins the matter. Exactly. When the time reach, if them talk say make them bring the document, which them don't already tell them make them bring the document, they go bring.
Of course, they will bring it before
they
that.
They no one join issues at all. Now, I know one begin they go into the arguments of waiting Bola Tinubu argue for here because he plenty. The only thing where we say I won't make I bring on from inside this matter. Now the fact to say, number 3 say that the interest must be impaired or impeded as a practical matter, absent his intervention. If the talk say in head goes scatter, if he no come in, if they no bring them in, say na private matter. So make I leave the other things where they follow this thing because if I go there, I go far.
Mr. Kanu, I want ask question. If they say na private matter, when he come out, come contest for presidency, na private matter in contest.
Na public over 200 million people.
Exactly. You want to rule a nation and you say to get your documents now privacy. You don't have any privacy again.
So no being get this document now they tell you, make you understand.
Even if Nayin get them, Nigerian citizens get right to know who be did them.
Federal government, I they talk US federal government, FBI, for FBI property. Now he be. Now the information where they don't get that wire tap where they tap, you understand me? How in take go buy motor with drug money where they don't, you understand all those things. Now in there they're not being on this thing. Before he agree before talk saying get matter with FBI.
That is it.
And Esther, I also tell you person where FBI get in file, no be person
where they
clean.
Of course.
The FBI they investigate people when they do wrong things. Yes. They go investigate people when no get any issue. You understand me? So, but Tinubu no wants make people say talk say he get private interest. Now, why in they ask for 30 days? Why in no kukuma say on files where he get by himself? Like Peter Obi tell and say make him reveal himself to Nigerians. You understand
me? Make him reintroduce
himself. He go come out, he go talk say the only thing wey be say una go fit find for inside my this thing say in 1993 I buy motor and I come buy house that time I dey work for Mobi. You understand me? Yes. If he come out come talk that one, wetin go dey care about the ABI file now? You understand me? He no wan talk. And make I tell you again, Angel. US be like say they know they help us well because that same CSU wey come out come they give the position. Wetin dem come out for their deposition say Tinubu enter their school with one GCE for one school for Lagos. The way where dey Nigeria and Lagos, we don't confirm say no school like that they exist. So first of all, he don't lie to the school to even enter the school. The result where he carry give them, now where he come out, now fake result, now he take enter school. You understand me? So that one, they suppose, Supreme Court suppose check all those things.
The thing where I want to ask you now is Justice Inango Koro no dey see have been deaf because Tinubu submitted only CSU diploma.
Yes.
For in for INEC. You get no secondary school, no primary school. So now where CSU don't release say see the school where in stock say he attend and they go check am na 1917 talk. School dey in existence 1970.
And make I help you abeg you know say if we begin to go back there like I talk the way it take come out both in primary school, secondary school to the entrance, every all those things na fake. Now
why Justice Inang now they ask say in dey deaf or been dey blind?
Wait, no be only first of all, no be only Inang Okoro dey there, na him be the chairman of that panel. And na 7 then they suppose concentrate. Wetin I dey want I dey hold you like this now. They suppose concentrate for that particular certificate and nothing else. Because the constitution wetin e talk na forged certificate. You no talk whether you go the school or you no go school. You understand?
Yes.
If you know, even if you no go the school, but the certificate wey you carry come the original certificate, nothing wey you go do. Wetin concern you now? You understand me?
Yes.
Constitution no dey check this the school where you go. If they check whether the document where you give INEC whether
the original been a fake.
So the question where you supposed to they ask that yesterday where they court now to say which of these documents where we go take the replacement diploma where still there for Chicago as me and you there now they talk is still see done for Chicago or the one where see done for INEC. Which one go take? Now the question where is supposed to be asked. And Angel, make I also inform you, and for the benefit of our audience. On the 3 months ago, Tinubu's lawyer went to Chicago State University to collect documents one give tribunal. That one come out for the depositions where Caleb Westbach give. In go there. The question when I want make on a ask, I make on a comment for comment section. Why that in lawyer will be either Oluwole?
Yes.
Abi Oluwole, waiting the other name we get.
I don't even forget.
Oluwole, Afolabi Oluwole. In go Chicago State University with a written permission of Tinubu to collect all his record from CSU. And he no come out with that replacement diploma. The question be say, why he no collect them? Make una answer me for there. I be Justice Okoro and the co-panel people never look through wetin they give them to find out whether collect them because him talk say, I have collected my original replacement diploma from Chicago State University.
Yes.
That alone says it all. He said he has collected it. Now, what the Supreme Court should be looking at, okay, if Tinubu has collected this very replacement diploma, which one still there for Chicago?
Yes.
Which one there for Chicago? That is what they should be looking at.
And the one where they can't give a Nahoro. Now, the same thing with the one where Tinubu submit to INEC. Now those reasonable questions now we want to make Inang they ask. No be saying you go they ask Chidi question. Can they play 10-10 with our brain?
Okay.
Like say we be 2 years
speaking. Quickly, make we enter waiting David Hundeyin and Greenspan. Waiting them talk for their own because they respond like a fire. That same yesterday. They respond is plaintiff's opposition to Bola Tinubu's motion to intervene. This one now when they come out, now the one where they be doing there and every other person don't talk say, you know what? Make we tell on. He said, in opposition to the motion to intervene filed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they come they talk other things where we say they follow them there. They state as follows. Introduction. He said Bola Ahmed Tinubu claims to have won the Nigerian presidential election held on February 25, 2023 amidst accusations of outright corruption, fraud, and voter intimidation. Others are not so sure. When Tinubu was merely a candidate in 2022, Plaintiff began filing numerous FOIA, that is Freedom of Information Act requests, with various United States government agencies named as defendants in this action concerning Tinubu's mysterious past. In a civil action filed in 1993, Tinubu, who studied accounting at Chicago State University, forfeited hundreds of thousands of dollars to the United States government after he was caught laundering money through his Citibank accounts in London, as well as various other bank accounts in the United States on behalf of a heroin distribution ring operating in the Chicago area. They can't give the case number, United States versus account number this. Now, it says, see New York Times, February 28, 2023. They can't give different places where all this information there. Okay. Now, this one at page 2. Now, it said, although a criminal action was filed against the members of the heroin ring, Tinubu was not among the named defendants. See United States versus Edwards et al. Case number 292-01113 and other things, Indiana. He said, this was not for the lack of interest in Tinubu's activities. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, Internal Revenue Service, IRS, Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, and the U.S. Attorney's offices in the northern Indiana and northern Illinois appear to have worked together to criminally investigate Tinubu. Yet, no normal criminal charges resulted from the investigations, and Tinubu returned to his native Nigeria, where he launched a successful career as a politician, eventually becoming governor of Lagos State, and then this past year claiming the title of president. In his signed affidavit filed on the 1993 civil case, IRS Special Agent Kevin Moss outlined at least 6 federal crimes committed by Tinubu. Number 1 is money laundering, 18 U.S. Code 1956. Second, using funds from unlawful activity, 18 U.S. Code 1957. 3, bank fraud, 18 U.S. Code 1344. 4, failure to file tax returns, 26 U.S. Code 7203. Number 5, lying to federal agents, 18 U.S. Code 1001. And 6, conspiracy, 18 U.S. Code 371. See Exhibit A. There's an attached exhibit. They say Tinubu has not denied committing any of these crimes. Yet, now as an alleged criminal running Africa's most populous nation, he seeks to intervene in this action concerning the activities of the United States government in order to cover up evidence of his crimes, as the Supreme Court of Nigeria simultaneously today evaluates the circumstances surrounding his questionable election. The motion to intervene should be denied. Exactly. Then they went to factual background. Make I no carry on enter the factual background. So because the whole something where if you go through this factual background, in go detail, and if you go to plain sight, where be the website of Aaron Greenspan, the Aaron Greenspan site, you go see say they detail every one of these things. Yes. As it happened as at that time. So you see, Angel, the major thing that they are explaining here is that how would somebody who had a criminal matters in the US that was not indicted for, that ran away lied to federal agents, never got back to the US and forfeited money. And those money he forfeited, when he was collecting about 1.4 million US dollars, then he used his surrogate father to collect the money and never went back to get that money by himself. You get my point?
Exactly.
Now this same person is now wants to intervene in a federal matter in the United States of America that it should be denied. And that's why they went to the factuals. But I don't want us to get to the factual because it's going to take us a lot of time. You understand? But the important thing that we want all obedience and well-meaning Nigerians worldwide to know is that Tinubu's application has been, Aaron Greenspan and David Hundeyin has hit back on that very motion that for him to intervene. But even if he intervenes in this very particular matter, that the sought after documents from the FBI must truly show who he really is. You understand me? Because Nigerians are interested in it, the Americans are interested in it, every part of the world. As a matter of fact, Tinubu is making Nigeria proud in a very criminal way. You understand? Why I say, okay, let's put it this way. Tinubu is making Nigeria exposed. You understand me?
Yes. Because
in a negative way.
Because other countries are seeing Nigerians now as a forger, as a criminals. Anything. Even those people that have been working successfully for over 5 years, 10 years, they went back to be checking their records, to be checking their certificates, which is very bad. The first person in Nigeria called president is a certificate forger, is a criminal. What do you know, or what do you think other people or other citizens will be like? If Justice Inang and Co. decided to leave Tinubu, not to disqualify him, they are doing Nigeria a bad thing. Very bad. I don't even know the adjective to use because bad is an understatement. Because they have killed Nigeria already, not even killing. Because they will sit back when they retire to see the evil they did. Because it will be there waiting for them.
Okay, now let's quickly look at what David Hundeyin. I learned David Hundeyin is not feeling so well. Yeah, we prayed for him and we are asking the good Lord to give him health wherever he is, to grant him speedy recovery because he said he's actually in the hospital. So for most of us who have direct link to God, the pastors who pray directly should actually reach out to God to intervene so that he can have his strength back to fight, and so that the enemies that are chasing will not get at him. And Esther, the other time David Hundeyin was on set, he was expressing the fact that he's being sought after by Wike, and Wike, who is the minister of FCT Abuja. Yeah. And again, he said MC they are using MC Olomo and one other musician. K1. Okay. And now he is down in the hospital. Let's hope that nothing has happened. And of course, Nigerians will actually react if anything happens to David. So let's hope it's just the normal somebody feeling weak or down and has to visit the hospital. So let's hope that happens. But we know he has given out a public threat to life, which we all know, and we know who the culprits are if anything happens. But we are praying that nothing happens. Then again, I want to bring about the topic that has been going on for people in Agbado that has been looking after David Hundeyin. The Ghanaian Asylum Board has actually responded to the threat to the life of David Hundeyin. So talking about the threat to his life, the Bureau from Ghana said he should not be worried. You understand me?
Exactly.
And that is Ghana Refugee Board. Is now. So they wrote this to David Hundeyin, and they said he should not be worried about this, that they have seen the video going around the whole place about the threat to his life. But let me get it out so that our people who cannot read it to this thing can actually get this very something going. So the Ghanaian board actually wrote, they said, the attention of the Ghanaian Refugee Board has been drawn to a video you posted on X on the 20th of September 2023, which has since gone viral with over 3.8 million views and 32.50 likes. In the said video, you made several profound statements touching on your personal safety and security as a refugee in Ghana, as well as your apprehensions about your probable deportation from Ghana in violation of the international law principle of non-refoulement. He says, the Ghanaian Refugee Board, as the statutory body mandated to ensure the safety and well-being of refugees and asylum seekers in Ghana, has taken due notice of the gravity and ramification of your claims in the said video. The governing board of the Ghana Refugee Board convened an emergency meeting on Friday, 29 September 2023, to consider the issues raised in the video and to determine what actions, if any, may be warranted to further ensure that the Ghana Refugee Board fulfills its obligations towards you in accordance with the domestic and international law. In keeping with its long-standing practice, the board had in the UN Refugee Agency, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, fully in attendance at the said board meeting as an observer. At the end of these very deliberations, the board determined that it was imperative that you be informed as follows. 1. The board acted correctly in May of 2022 when it recognized you as a refugee in Ghana. The board affirms the correctness of that decision and stands by it. Meaning, say, they say, stand gidigba, nothing they happen. Number 2, they said, as a statutory body committed to protecting and advancing the rights of refugees and asylum seekers in Ghana, the Ghana Refugee Board freely and fairly reached the decision to recognize you as a refugee, notwithstanding its clear appreciation of the depth and long-standing diplomatic ties between Ghana and Nigeria. Wonderful. Number 3, in its decision-making process, the Ghanaian Refugee Board is actuated only by proper consideration, enabling it to spread the carpet of welcome to all those observing of refugee and asylum protection without regard to the political or economic might of the countries from which refugees or asylum seekers will come from. Now, that is all. That is all I can take for now because of the time frame that we have on the program. The time, not the run. But coming back from that, we realize that the Ghanaian Refugee Board are actually saying that that they have heard the threat to his life that he is occasioning to the United Nations Assembly, and they also confirm the fact that they have given him that status. You understand me? And it remains correct. Exactly. That the decision they took 2022 is binding. You understand? That they are not going back by it. They further assured him of his safety in Ghana, you understand me, and all of that. So it's more or less saying, of course,
it shows integrity that they can't go back from their word.
Yes,
that
and it's an assurance, you know, as at that time, David Hundeyin was saying you can reach out to the board, we should reach out to the board. We actually convened a meeting, as a matter of fact, in Obidati Family TV, and we invited all the Obidati family members, and we asked them for us to intervene on his behalf, you understand? So I want to use this very opportunity to say all the members of Obidati Family TV members, we thank you for the actions that you had undertaken with us. We called a meeting quickly after David's assertion of the threat to his life and about the revocation of his refugee status, and everybody came to us. We had many people who attended the Zoom meeting we had, and we all shared our resolve that we are going to reach out to United Nations, to every platform possible, so that David Hundeyin could not be deported to Nigeria. And today, we have shown you refugee board reinstating their stand that nothing as such is going to happen, that David Hundeyin remains the refugee in Ghana and is bound by the protection accorded by the refugee status. So thank you so much for what we all have collectively done, and other people who had also done it outside of the Obidati family. So thank you very much with that. So Angel, with that very one, we will look our time, don't begin to give us signal, and signal where this our time they give us, now signal make we for begin to carry our kaya come off for studio. But before we come off for studio, Angel, one last thing about this certificate to the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Can you please, while closing up on us, to talk straight and direct to the chairman, which is Justice Okoro Inyang, to directly look at what the LP and P2B has presented to them, one in a very short form, won't be more than 1 minute, and talk to him about what Atiku Abubakar motion. And that Atiku Abubakar's motion, they should look at the merit of that very motion according to the confines of the Constitution. Deal with the certificates alone and nothing more. Can you spend 1 minute so that we'll carry our kaya come off for studio?
Thank you so much, my lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide. Our new hashtag, Nana, all eyes on the Supreme Court. Yes, Justice Inang, we are pleading with you to do the needful. Do the right thing so that posterity will judge you right. Do the needful, write your name in gold. Now, so we they talk and that time say, Samani, do the right thing, write your name in gold. He no agree. But today, in the reaping own fruit, and no one make the situation be like that. Do the needful. Over 200 million Nigerian lives are in your shoulder, are in your hands. Do the right thing. Don't judge based on technicalities. Use our constitution. They wrote that constitution for a purpose. And it's now that you are going to use it. Use it. They said, even Supreme Court said, any certificate forger should not be given chance to be in a public office. Yes. So one person cannot be exempted. Because of what? In get 2 heads, I being get 4 heads. Do the right thing. We appreciate you. We thank you. My wonderful obedience. Like, share, subscribe. Thumbs up to the video. I want to do a shout out to one of our own, Mr. David from Chicago. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your kind gesture. We appreciate you. Now God go bless you nyafu nyafu for us. My people, thank you so much. We appreciate you. God bless you. Like, share, subscribe. Thumbs up to the video. Do your own evangelism. Make others they hear waiting they happen. Say, all eyes on Justice Inang Okoro. All eyes on the Supreme Court now. Make them do the needful. We need to press them so hard so that they go know say, we are aware of everything that is happening. Nigerians, when meaning Nigerians, are always a step ahead of them. It's no longer business as usual. Thank you so much. We love you, but God loves you more. Bye for now.